Hey everybody, this is Brett, and today I'm going to show you how to get rid of repetitive thinking. You know how sometimes you just can't get something out of your mind, and it's probably because it's worrisome, bothersome for you. And you keep saying to yourself, well, I'm not getting anywhere with this, so why do I keep regurgitating this thought of thinking about this thing over and over again? Here's something that you can do to get rid of that. What you do is you find an adequate substitute to focus on. Specifically, one really good thing is the breath. In order to be able to do that, you need to create a mechanism, a positive affirmation for yourself, so that as soon as that thought about something comes into your head, you're instantly able to start focusing on the breath. So if you want to, you could even write down the positive affirmation and say it over and over to yourself a few times and memorize it. And you could say something like, if the problem was that you just can't stop thinking about that pen, for some reason you can't stop thinking about the pen. That's just an example. So you could say something like, every time I think about that pen, I'm going to focus on the breath. Okay? Simple, huh? So you say that over and over to yourself, again and again. I'm going to focus on the breath every time I start thinking about that pen. Okay, the breath integrates your sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems together. And that's why it's such an amazing tool to focus on when you're in trouble, in some sort of a trouble. Because oftentimes the reason we get into trouble in the first place is because of our monkey minds. And that's why you came here to watch this video, because you know that it's true that our minds can cause havoc for our bodies, and vice versa. But if you suspect that it's the mind that's the first and foremost troublemaker, then this is a really good thing to do, right? Okay, so you could also say like, okay, I'm going to equate that thought of the pen, thinking about that damn pen. Every time that comes into my head, I'm going to throw it out the door. It's like I'm throwing it out the door, or I'm throwing it out the window. I'm throwing it out of my mind and replacing it with the breath, right? So this is finding an adequate substitute. Okay, so your mind, it needs something to do. It can't just be blank, right? It needs something to do. So when you focus on something that's not detrimental to your body with your mind versus the constant regurgitating of that thought, because that whatever it is, your trouble, generally a trouble, right? Something that's bugging you, keeps coming into your head, and you know that there's no reason for thinking about that. So, now you're focusing on the breath instead, and you know that that's not harming you, right? Does all this make sense? So, yeah, it's not easy. It's never going to be easy. But what you do is you say that positive affirmation, that mind-changing statement over again. Every time I think about that pen, for instance, I'm instantly going to stop and focus on the breath. Like instantly. So I want to thank you so much for joining me, and additionally, I'm putting a link in the description box for Vipassana meditation that will also help you. Additionally, I'm putting the links to all my products on my website in the description box down below, and those can really help you. My millet hole pillows are amazing. Those of you that own them know how good they are. You could tell your friends and family how good they are, and then they'll sleep better when they get one. You might want one of my bolsters or custom orthotics, back supports for office chairs or car seats. Like if you're driving and you feel that like slumping, you're slumping, that's because you don't have good support in your lower back. And I don't know what I would do without my back support. And so check out my massage tools as well. Spine rollers, shindig, all of those foot massage tools are amazing. And if you massage your feet every day, that also will help you to feel better. I'm not telling you just all of this stuff for poop and giggles. It's for real. You know, all of this stuff is the real deal. So thanks for joining me, everybody, and check it out. I put cayenne in the bird feeder. Cayenne it doesn't bother the birds, or so it says on the internet. It doesn't bother the birds. See the red? That's cayenne. But the squirrel, okay, so the squirrel has been bugging the crap out of me this morning. And it's not something I can put out of my mind with a positive affirmation, but I figured it out by looking it up on the internet. And the squirrel is going to hate the cayenne, and he's going to learn to not climb up there and get to the bird feed. But the cayenne, it doesn't bother the birds at all. They don't mind it at all. So thanks everybody for joining me. Write a comment down below and give me a thumbs up. And I hope that you're having a great day. It's a rainy day here, which is not the greatest thing for a Leo sun lover. Those of you that have very much Leo in your chart, you love the sunshine. And if you're a Leo that lives somewhere like Washington State or Oregon, like I did for a little while, ooh, that's a bad thing, my friends. So thanks for joining me. Bye. Ah, the ash-filled drum circle. Those were the good old days. So I wanted to also mention, because I just received this email from someone that's disgruntled about my videos and my opinions, that I will never not state my opinions about things on my channel. Just so that you all know. That will never ever happen. And you can call me unprofessional or hubris, whatever that means. I don't know that one yet, but check it out. I sent an email to Kimmy. She's purchased products from me before, and she says, thanks for the message. I no longer support you because you choose to express your politics when I was interested only in your wellness knowledge. I found this to be hubris, lacking in professionalism and awareness. Good luck in your future endeavors. I will spend my dollars with individuals that don't preach their politics on social media. And so I wrote back, hi Kimmy, my life is first and foremost meant to influence this world positively. Not everyone agrees with my thoughts, but I speak them anyway. Sure, I lose business sometimes, but that is the price I pay for being me. People may use words to describe my enthusiasm for expressing my opinions, but that will never stop me from doing just that. If nobody had the balls or gumption to say what they think, this world would just sit idle and never get anywhere. I absolutely hate that kind of weak mentality, and if that is where you are at, it is perfect that you stay out of my life. Be well, Brett. So there you go, and I want to thank you so much for joining me. Be well.